Witam serdecznie, znajdujemy się na stanowisku Shadow Electronics i mamy niezwykłą przyjemność rozmawiać z założycielem i twórcą elektroniki Shadow Electronics, Joe Marynikiem. Hello, sir, how are you?
Very good, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. We would like to talk a little bit about the pickups you make because I've heard a lot of the good things about them. You've won several prizes. For example, the prize for the jazz guitar pickup. And would you like to tell us a little bit about the idea behind it? And maybe later we could hear actually them being played.
With a pleasure. Jazz guitar pickup that we won the award in the United States for our best jazz guitar pickup on the world was actually made 1972. Just the first year when we started the company, and it was made together with Attila Zoller. And we worked that time together with very many famous jazz guitar players like Jim Hall, Attila Zoller and Joe Pass.
Oh, wow.
And we were all friends. I used to be a jazz guitar player before when I was young, so that was a passion.
To, czego się dowiedzieliśmy, to, że pierwszy pick-up, który otrzymał nagrodę za najlepszy pick-up jazzowy, był stworzony już w roku 1972 i od tego czasu współpraca z artystami jazzowymi przebiegała bardzo pomyślnie. Firma współpracowała nawet z samym Joe Passem. W 1972 zdobyli tę nagrodę i od tej pory oczywiście dalej jest rozwijana linia tych pick-upów. Can you tell me a little bit about the NanoMug, because that's quite new?
Yes, well, NanoMug pickups is a development that we made some 3 years ago. We started 4 years ago. The idea was to create a magnetic pickup that is so small that can be built into the fingerboard of the instrument. It is an active pickup. It has one very small bobbin, the coil, which is winded in a humbucking way, so it's a humbucker with like a stacked humbucker, single coil type pickups. It is equipped with 3 different kinds of magnets, because the acoustic guitar has the problem with the first 2 strings, which are usually plain steel, and the rest of the guitar strings are wounded, so the balance needed to be adjusted perfectly, and we achieved it with different types of magnets in this pickup. And then there is electronic in the pickup built in, so that when you built it in the guitar, the main goal was to get acoustic guitar sound out of it. The magnetic pickups don't need the pressure, they need the string vibration, and the amplitude of the string is much nicer for a sound in the middle of the string length. That means the end of the fingerboard is actually the ideal position to get all the harmonics, to register all the waves in a perfect way.
Filozofia ukryta za pick-upami NanoMug dotyczy między innymi tego, że jest to bardzo mały pick-up, aktywny pick-up, umieszczony na końcu podstrunicy gitary, gdzie nasycenie harmonicznych w brzmieniu, w wybrzmiewaniu struny jest największe. Dlatego stamtąd możemy uzyskać jak najbardziej brzmienie zbliżone do brzmienia akustycznego. Dzięki temu gitary nabierają nowej jakości, tak naprawdę, nowego charakteru. Brzmią bardziej naturalnie, bardziej ciepło i przy okazji właśnie bardziej akustycznie. Firma Shadow współpracuje już w tym momencie zarówno z Epiphonem, jak i z Gibsonem. Już jest model Epiphona produkowany właśnie z tymi pick-upami. You make also some different pickups, not only NanoMug, not only jazz pickups. What can you tell me about the other ones?
We had a lot of experience. I don't know whether you know, Shadow was the first company that made the first under-saddle pickup. The other invention that you probably don't know too is the end pin. The end pins that you find in the guitars, the first end pin was made by Shadow. I didn't make a patent application. I'm very sorry today for it. The NanoFlex pickups are made so, and that was a desire for us and for the musicians, that you don't get only vibrations from the strings into the pickup. By NanoFlex pickup we have a very unique possibility or situation where you receive the vibrations from the string and from the body. That sounds like a combination of the pickup and the microphone, but there is no microphone in. And then depending on the quality of the guitar, as good the guitar, as good the sound. In the meantime, we went much further in this technology and we developed a hexaphonic pickups. The problem with the pickups in the bridge was always that, you know, people change places where they play. Once you play, especially a professional musician, once they play in Australia, where the climatic conditions are very dry, then they go to Singapore, where you are sweating hell out of you because it's so humid. The guitar does the same. The guitar would, in a dry climate, reduce the humidity and the arch top of the instrument will sink down. By the humid climate, the wood will soak the humidity and the arch is going to go up. So the biggest problem was that in such a situation, if you had a straight saddle in the bridge, under the saddle was the pickup, once the top started to move up or down, the pressure of the saddle to the pickup wasn't equal. It was more on the edges of the saddle, so you had louder string E1 and E6 and not so strong the middle strings, or the opposite in the humid climate you will get more middle strings strong and the outside strings not so much. The only way that it will work is to have a possibility to regulate the volume of each string with a hexaphonic pickup. This has been achieved, and I will be very pleased to show you how does it sound. The hexaphonic pickup is, this is the hexaphonic pickup for the bridge. You have a flexible pickup board. On this pickup are 6 individual pickups built in, so each string has its own pickup. All of the pickups that Shadow makes for the acoustic guitar, NanoMug and NanoFlex, are active pickup. That means they need the power supply, and the power supply is coming from the preamp that is accompanying the pickup itself. The pickup has 6 outputs and the ground, and we use the electronic components here. We call it the hex multiplexer. It is a unit where you connect your hexaphonic pickup, and then there are all connections for now or in the future that can be used for the future developments. And we are going out with the stereo cable only, and this goes into a foot pedal which we just started to produce now. And this foot pedal has then the possibility to adjust the volume plus minus 3 dBs on every string. So you can change the volume of every string and get the perfect balance. Then we have the possibility to choose the panorama. That means if you are on the PA system with 2 speakers, and you can then separately run each speaker on one channel, then I can decide that the E6 string is going to be on that speaker, E1 on that speaker, the B2 and 8/5 somewhere in between, close to the speakers, and the middle strings in the center. Although there is no speaker, that's the way how you hear it. It is spectacular.